Let's talk to President of Hockey Operations of the Blue Jackets, John Davidson. He's on the road again now.
Oh, John, how are you? Good morning, sir.
Hi there. How are you guys?
We're good.
They don't have you bunking with Rimmer or anything, do they?
Actually, I went out to dinner with Rimmer the other night in Los Angeles, and I quite enjoyed it.
Well, you paid.
He could tell stories.
Yeah.
Oh, I paid. Yeah.
Of
Yeah.
I'm used to that.
I have a nickname for Rimmer. I call him T-Rex because his arms can't reach the check.
Yeah, the old alligator arms.
Oh, yeah.
I paid, and then he got the receipt. So we're all
Yeah. He has this skill of going to the restroom right when the check shows up.
He's good. But I'll tell you what, seriously, I don't mind paying because he's worth the entertainment. He's funny.
Yeah.
He
Hey,
can be a blast.
when was the last time you were, because of back issues, you haven't been able to, go out with the team on the road? When was the last time you've been on a road trip with the team?
Late November. I had surgery with Dr. Baltershot. December 6th, I think it was. And then it was tough. This one was tough. This is my third back operation. This is the second major one. But I'm good now. It's been a long grind. It's coming along. I got to be careful still, but I'm excited to be back and on the road for sure.
Yeah, and speaking of tough, last week, boy, that had to be a tough call. Jarmo, good soldier, been with the franchise for so long. That had to be a tough week for you.
Yeah, it was. It took a lot of forethought, and working with Mike Priest, who I report to with the Blue Jackets, we decided that we're just going to turn the page. Had Jarmo come over to my home with Mike and myself, and we talked about it. And I tell you one thing about Jarmo is things sometimes in this business, and he had a long run here, things go well, things don't go as well. But he is one tough guy. He's a classy guy. He said having that job was 11 best years of his life. He appreciated the opportunity, and he's going to, just move on. And he was just top shelf about everything. So that was good to hear. Our families know each other very well. We've seen his girls grow up. That type. There's a human side to all this.
Sure.
And but there's reality too. So we made the change, and we're just going forward.
Yeah, throughout the 11 years, he's been on our show. He's been a great guest. I mean, he's fun. Yeah, he can laugh at stuff. So I've always thought Jarmo's just a very classy guy, but was part of the decision. So, trade deadline's coming up in a couple weeks. Was part of the decision like, hey, if we're going to move on from this GM, you don't want a guy making decisions for the team who's not going to be here next year. You know what I mean?
I think that's fair to say. March 8th is the deadline, and we're not in a crazy position this year where there's going to be a lot of major stuff done. There'll be some things taken care of, but we felt that it's probably best to do it now, give Jarmo a chance to get some air and breathe a little bit, and then us to go forward, and not only with the trade deadline on the 8th of March, but also start the search for a replacement. It's very critical for us to get somebody that we're going to be happy with. And I will say, frankly, this is the only job available right now. There might be more as the season winds down, but as far as general managers go, but there's a ton of interest, and I mean a ton of interest. I think most people out there want a GM's job, and they want a job where it's a good situation with real good ownership and also a base that the club already has in place, in particular with our young players. So if somebody comes in here, you're not staring at it and saying, "Oh, this is going to be a total job." I don't know. It's the other way around. We've had a lot of real good interest.
So, John, you're a great goalie, great broadcaster. I don't think people realize how good of a Hall of Fame broadcaster you are, and you've had success in front offices in the NHL. But that being said, have you worried, like, hey, am I safe here? I think you are, but have you ever worried about it?
Well, no, I don't worry about it. Listen, I've been around so long. This is my 50th year in the NHL, whether I was a player, a broadcaster, part of management. I don't even spend 8 seconds worrying about that. If Mike Priest and the ownership felt that they wanted to make a change with myself, come talk to me and we'll talk about it. It's pretty simple. I'm all in here in Columbus, all in. I'm excited about our future as a club, and we're gonna just keep going here. So if anybody wants to come and talk to me about it, please do. I have no issues, no worries, none whatsoever. Now, if I was much younger, I might have some worries. But and that's natural with anybody. But I don't have any worries whatsoever.
Hey, and I know you're busy in the mornings. You probably don't hear a lot, but we've had in studio, I don't know how many times over since.
He lives down the block.
Eric Branson, he lives real close to the state. He comes in,
Cool.
sits down. We talk music. He plays games with us. How important is Gabranson to this team? Because, boy, is he a wonderful guy.
Yeah, he is. He's really settled in. When he first came
He
here,
loves it here.
Yeah. See, that's what I like to hear. He has been very consistent this season. Our team does not get pushed around with Eric in the lineup along with Olivier, and he's consistent. He's become a leader, and it's been a situation where that has evolved. And I think a lot of it has to do with how much he does like it here. He's trying to work with young guys, and he's trying to play his game. So, when we're in hotels, we're on buses, we're on aircrafts, sometimes some of the young players walk by management and they're staring at their shoes, a little introverted.
Yeah.
Which I was when I was a rookie. But with some of the other guys that are really comfortable in their own skin, have experience, it's great to just chat with. It's fun. I enjoy it. And Eric's one of those guys. He's a good soldier for us. He's really enjoying life in Columbus. It's all good. All good.
Hey, JD, I have to defend Yarmo on something, and I think you would agree, because you've had a lot of third-period collapses this year, and Yarmo's not on the ice for those. So, but realistically, it's the tough part of this business where, let's say 75% of those don't happen. Yarmo's probably still employed right now. It's just...
Yeah, there's a good chance, But and I agree with that. Our third periods over the last little while have been a whole lot better. And we're trying to drill down to figure out why that was. Was it too many guys with rust coming off injuries from last year? Was it inexperience? Was it a system of play? Were we on our heels too much instead of trying to worry about not losing, trying to go out and win type of thing? I will say, and I know it's late, no question about it, but at least I'm seeing better third periods from our club. Our club all year long, the third periods have been the most disastrous part, along with a couple of those stretches early. But we compete, and we're a tight team. I will say that we haven't heard cracks about guys mad at this player, or that player, or the coach, or whatever it is. So at least we have some salvation with. We're getting better. We're a tight team. We do have young players that are maturing as we move along here, and we're going to have more come along. So it's not a good situation when we've had some drama this year. Some of it is self-inflicted for sure. A lot of it is not. A lot of it is just noise, just flat out noise. That you sit here and you scratch your head. A guy like David Juracek, who we decided to put into Cleveland. He's here with our club, and he made the club out of training camp. So we told him to get a place. It sure beats sitting in a hotel room. So, and we also had a caveat in that if you're not going to play for a while and not in the lineup, we're going to send you to Cleveland just to play games. You need games. You're young. You're 20 years old. Got to play games. So all of a sudden, this blows up, and I'm scratching my head, going, I don't think I quite understand this. If a guy is 20 years of age, you just don't throw him in the lineup in the best league in the world against unbelievable hockey players and let him fend for himself. It doesn't work like that. So we have an American League farm club in Cleveland, which is great, and they're winning. It's fabulous. Just play games.
Yeah.
This isn't rocket science. It's just plain old common sense.
Well, you know what it is, JD? It's social media.
Yeah.
It's social media.
It's social media.
Yeah. And John Davidson's with us, president of hockey operations, because this is what, and I'm telling you, this has been my stance, and I'll stick with it. And I've said this for years. People you mentioned the noise, and the fans will be mad at John McConnell. Oh, he doesn't show up at the games. I don't know if there's a better boss owner in sports that doesn't tell you no. You need a new locker room. You get a new locker room. You want to sign Johnny Hockey. You sign Johnny Hockey. So he's not at every game. Boo hoo. Who wouldn't want an owner? Who wouldn't want an owner, JD, that gives you whatever you want and lets you do your job?
And I will say that he goes to a lot of games. He does. He and his family. They go to a lot of games. Just because he doesn't stand up and have a press conference doesn't mean he doesn't care. He cares.
Yeah.
He's a good man with a good family, and he's very good with us. Very good. And I've been around the block. He's very good.
And John,
we know cheap owners, JD. We work in radio.
Maybe he could. Yeah, no. Hey, and quickly here before we cut you loose, that stadium series, that was good news for Ohio State and Central Ohio.
I credit our business department did a great job.
Yeah.
Mike Priest talking to the league a whole lot. And this is, I don't know if people fully realize, but they will. This is a huge event. This is going to be something. We're going to have somewhere in the neighborhood of 80,000 people in there. They're going to come from all over the world to see this thing. The stadium itself is iconic. Playing Detroit is fabulous. And it's like the Field of Dreams. You build it, they'll come. And this is what's going to happen here. This is a very special event that's going to be held in our city, and the world's going to see our city. It's fantastic.
And we get a chance to break the record for outdoor attendance, and they beat the team up north, beat the state up north.
Yeah, that'd be great, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd be awesome.
Just fantastic.
Are they going to do a Ohio State Michigan college game as well, or we just don't?
Yeah, that's all being discussed. It could be American League teams with their club and our club. It could be the college stuff. It's all being discussed right now. And there'll be something. I can tell you that. There'll be lots.
Hey,
It'll
JD,
be a lot of fun, man.
Do you know, I don't know if you know this or not, and if the listeners don't know this, Foreigner wrote Double Vision about JD playing goalie with the Rangers. Are you voting for them for the Rock Hall because they're up for the vote?
Yeah. I think they should be in. I really do. I love music. I listen to a lot of music. I've got a lot of friends in the music business. That story is, I was playing in a game and they were in a hotel room writing music, and I took a slap shot off the side of the head, and down I went, and they said, "Oh, he's going to have double vision." They wrote a song regarding double vision, but I just have had very fortunate times throughout my life. Glenn Fry was a great friend with the Eagles for a long time. We had fun together.
Wow.
I remember sitting in my summer home in the off season, and the phone would ring at 6 a.m. before cell phones. And I go, Jesus, who is it now? My wife would go, oh, my God. So I answer, and it's Glenn Fry. He's out with Jimmy Buffett. They're having fun. Down in Colorado, and they're having fun. And calling to say hello. There was just a whole bunch of stuff over the years. Bruce Springsteen, his manager, is a very good friend of mine. I love going to see Bruce. He's probably my favorite band of all time. So it's been fun. You need something away from just the pressure of our jobs, and music is a big fit for me. I used to be on the board of the for Garth Brooks for his charity endeavors.
Wow,
he puts on a great show. He puts on a show. Woo.
And you know what? His charity work is out of this world, and he takes every penny that comes in goes out. Every penny. There's no fees for anybody. There's no administration fees, anything. He pays it. He's a fabulous guy with that stuff.
That's
fabulous.
Good to hear. That's really good to hear.
Man, we get to know you a little better each time, John Davidson. Yeah. Great having you this morning.
Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks,
Have a
JD.
great one.
Bye.
Bye-bye.